Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. Shift, right? Shift. Something new happens, something new beginning, something new things. Maybe you do a lot of the things, energy for new ways, new projects, or also you're gonna make find yourself of the things that you have to repeat. Since the moon, it's moving around. Okay, you're going through the same cycles. You feel like you're going through the same things over and over again. There is going to be this evaluations within yourself at some point, at some moments within the new energies that actually this is you to go ahead and improve yourself over and over and over again. And those 28 cycles of the moon, they're kind of within you because that is where it all is learning, intuitions, and emotions that the moon is attached to it. Since the moon it's moved into the areas there, uh, some of you is going to be feeling this, what they did. But that also may brings in the morning, may brings also evaluations in the old cycle of the moon. The cycle of the moon begins within the areas. For some, the lesson actually begins with the new moon with the sun. But those lessons they are beginning when the sun and the moon are actually coming in together in a specific zodiac sign. Then they face their own positions. They are polishing the corners of everything that needs to be taught and seen, and they meet again for a new cycle. Sounds like a relationship to you? It is. So, with that being said, I'm going to move you on the side of here, and we're going to be diving in of what is a cooking in the sky, what are we dealing with, what is going on, and so on and so on. So basically, at 7 o'clock when you wake up, you're going to feel this review of all situations, but also at the same time, the moon is and Neptune are begin stealing, squaring the sun. That is the only one aspect of the authority. Like the authority does not like this. So when the moon is going to be shifting the areas, your authority within yourself, it's like, I don't like this. I don't want to be again. I don't want a new beginning. I don't want to restart this. When I'm going to have this. But the moon is actually tells you it's okay. It's for you to get better, you to do things better, you to do the things right. So take it easy within these situations. That can affecting um, Venus the most, which is that's gonna be looking at within the love within you because the moon and Neptune there in the Pisces, they have this beautiful trine towards Venus and a Venus right now through the communications, which is Mercury is already shifting within Gemini. You may want to have a two different views of communications, two different view of things inside. This duality can come in with good, bad, evil, and so on within the polarities. And that energy can really help you to see what is the truth within you. What is the truth? So don't pay too much attention to the authority within yourself. Okay, following the truth of intuitions. You're maybe also gonna be looking at what did you did and what you need to improve, which is that what this cycle is gonna be pretty much about it. Okay, this moon. So this energy is going to be presenting at the ascendant is going to be at 11 o'clock. The ascendant in the astrology, it is about the energy that rise up in the front, in the horizon, things that coming towards you, things that you're going to be looking at it later on, and you are going to be working it when that same energies gets into the mid heaven, what heaven pours over you. So, but first you're going to see on the horizon. That is like the weather that you see with in your own eyes. This is like you have internal vision within yourself. It's like those energies are are coming, and those energies are going to be dealing But at the same time, you're going to be looking at the ascendant. That is your ascension. Okay. What is the thing that you need to rise up? What is the phoenix within you? What is the rebel within you? Why and how you have to ascend? So, since this energy is changing by hour, there, I mean, I cannot make you a video about every 4 minutes or every 5 minutes when that changes, but the best as I can do is the hour. Some people ask for the weekly report. May do that pretty soon as well. So, talking about this is you to understand the correlations between the ascendant and the midheaven within you. It is very beautiful if you understand these energies within yourself, because that how when the clock turning, the ascendant, what you see, the ascensions, it shows you the things that you are going to be ascending with. And when a day comes up on the top of you, you're basically doing the work. And between that period there, you're looking at the things within your soul. Those are the 10th, 11th, and the 12th house, which is there connecting strictly within the spirituality. Funny how astrology works, but it is what it is. So, talking about all those energies, the North Node and Venus are still having conflicts with Pluto. Pluto is about to shift to Capricorn. That will put a lot of pressures and transition. It's like you're going back into the material world. You're going back into fight. You're going back in there. You don't like these old energies. You don't like all these situations. And let me tell you, you are repeating what you are here. So, with that being said, hi, Grande. Thank you for coming in. And with that being said, that energy of 7 o'clock is going to be like kind of like pushing you to review what are happening in there. And since Pluto is going retrograde, we are reviewing what our growth, what our ascension was when he was moving forward in Aquarius. So later on at 8 o'clock, the energy is going to be, of course, changed. The midheaven is going to cross first within areas in there. The moon is still going to be at like the last degrees of the 29 degree of Pisces, but the midheaven is going to tell us, hey, I got this inner work within you. While you were sleeping, the ascendant was there. The ascendant was in Aries. You didn't see this, but now you're waking up here. You have to deal with this. And you're like, come on, I got to wake up. Let me get my coffee. But the energy is there. It's going to be this, like you're feeling that something new is going to be. There's something new is going to pop up. There's something new is going to come into your life to make it better. And let me tell you, the midheaven, the moon, and Neptune during this time is going to be improving understanding of transformations, is going to be improving your communications, and is going to be improving your relationship within the divine energies. They're all going to be very beautiful at this time. The ascendant is going to be with Lilith, and Lilith can really interrupt at some point situations there because she is opposing Pluto. She doesn't like, no, I like to stay in the shadow. And Pluto, no, 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 no. I'm going to search where you are in the earth. And that's what some of you may be going to be looking at with that energies inside of it. To remind you that Neptune, the moon, and midheaven are squaring the sun, and this could lead you to kind of like you're not in control. All you got to control is control your emotions and let the authority takes in its own path. Don't act, don't react during these intense energies. Specifically, we're talking about Neptune squaring the sun. This is the energies that are at some point, those energies can give you the wrong visions, the wrong idea, screwing up with your mind. You go into this Neptunizations, illusions, situations, because the authority is like, I don't know what I'm seeing. And since the authority doesn't know what it sees, begins to think about negative positions. So at 9 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with Chiron, talking about these energies. The ascendant is going to be with Venus. That is in divine energies with Saturn there. It's going to be focused. This is what Venus is rising up. In the horizon, that is going to be these divine energies. But Venus has a lot of situations you need to look. Same way the Mars has the similar situations when he was on that 5 degrees of Leo, basically squaring the North Node and to Jupiter, basically screwing up the destiny and the growth in there, and opposing the transformations that it needs to be put. And since Midheaven and Chiron, they're both um, also squaring Pluto at this time. There also is going to be squaring Lilith. Be mindful about these positions of Lilith because something is going to be like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like these situations, I don't like this healing, I don't like that situation, and so on and so on. But all this is going to be helping you to see the right things because midheaven is going to be in sextile with the sun, with the authority. It's going to be, listen, heal this within you, but don't take the bad energies from what others projecting, what situations is, what the shadow comes to you, what is in the shadows in there. Okay, so this is going to be helping you to understand this, but it's going to be a little bit intense energy. So at 10 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be within Jupiter and the North Node there. That is going to be sextile with Saturn. That is going to be learning. Saturn is in divine energies with Venus. Love heals everything. Divine love heals everything. That's all you need to know and understand. And these communications between Venus and Mercury that are going from Mercury to Pluto and from Pluto to Neptune and Neptune to Venus, that is in angel wings. You catch that beautiful energies, everything else that goes on, you're actually living into the hands of the divine to deal with it. But if you engage within the lower energies, within the lower ends up there, Mars still going and fighting the universe right now. Mars, it's like I'm fighting what's going on. Venus is still fighting the growth, the need, and the North Node, the destiny. She's still fighting the oppositions of these transformations. And the only thing it is about one thing. One, nobody can teach you, but if you want to teach yourself, nobody can stop you. So it's a beautiful revelations about this moon. The moon, it's already currently moves into the first minutes within areas. So during 10 o'clock, that energy of the new is going to come in. But with that energy of the new that it's coming in, the main focus is to renew the love inside of you, to find this new higher level state of love. Because both Neptune and the moon right now shifting within areas, they're empowering the love within yourself. That's the power of the new energies. Some of you maybe feel like the energies are crumbling. They've been crumbling for quite a while. You can't crumble something that it's already been crumbled. Some people just trying desperately right there to hold it there, not to crumble, but you will soon or later. Hey, Arika, thank you for coming in. And if you guys have anything to share, please share us in the chat. That's what the chat is for. So, talking about 11 o'clock, that energy midheaven with Uranus is going to come to beautiful. It tells you that pretty soon those energies of what's going on Earth, there, those transformation that goes on Earth, they're going to be a very, very beautiful. And that's going to be with that is going to be with the ascendant that it's at 29 degrees of Leo. Talking about this end of Leo, beginning of Virgo energies, that's going to be this beautiful yacht between the moon, Neptune, and Pluto. The divine energies are coming, they're rising on the horizon. We're going to be dealing with those energies later on. But midheaven, the current work right now is where in Taurus, who is there? Uranus is there. Jupiter is there. The North Node is there. And this is where the moon is going to be heading over. Specifically, we're talking about when the moon is going to be crossing over the North Node and Jupiter right there. That's going to be very beautiful that you see these transformations inside of you. They're going to be manifesting. This is going to be like, I'm going to see what I need, but I'm also bringing the things that are manifesting from the last cycle when I see. Because from the last cycle, when the moon was there at Taurus, okay, she learned what she needs. And it's like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to learn. So she goes through all the zodiac signs. And now it's going to come back in there. It's like, okay, I learned what I need. Did I browse it? Did I got it? Did I heal it? Did I got what I need? Did I learn what I got? Now it's about to put it in there. So the ascendant is that divine energies that are coming in, but for some of the people, they're going to be able to see the divine energies, but they are not going to be able to see it. Why? Talking about lack of learning. Because right now the ascendant and Mercury in there, the ascendant is opposing Saturn, and Mercury it is squaring Saturn. Some people are not willing to learn. Some people will not going to learn, and you have to be okay with it. Some people with an alt energies, they're not going to accept this new things. They're not going to be taking it politely. Your new rebellious, bringing informations in energies of Aquarius within you that irritates them. But you are have to catching those energies, because you're catching those energies. You're catching the angel winds that are there, which is Pluto. There is a trine with Mercury. Mercury is sextile with Venus, and Venus is with the Moon and Neptune, and Moon and Neptune are sextile with Pluto. You're taking the flight. The divine is there, and not worry about anything and anyone else. You're worrying about your divine mission. Some of you is going to feel those energies, and you're going to know about that. So at 12 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be with Mercury right there. It's going to adding that energies into to the wings. It's going to kind of like blowing air. So, you know, when the air blows towards the bird in there, that what actually helps the bird to be a more easy in there. Okay, you're going against the wind, but with the wind it can help you to actually to navigate, because you're not using your energy, you're just using the energy of the wind. That is using the energy of the flow. Talking about midheaven in Gemini, maybe that is going to be a time for the friendshipness. Seek the things within the air, see the friendshipness within yourself, work within your own self to do all this. The rising energies, which is the ascendant, that is going to be a trine with the North Node in Jupiter. The ascendant is in Virgo. What are you going to be doing in Virgo? Virgo, it is showing you the world. Virgo is the one that, okay, you see this, this is what hurts, but you see this is how it's going to heal. That's what you're going there. And since the ascendant is opposing Saturn, some people not going to learn. Oh no, I'm not hurting in there. Oh no, I'm not doing all this. But you're looking at inside of you. What it prevents you not to learn? Ignorance. Your self-ignorance from it yourself not to learn. So these energies are going to be changing later on at 1 o'clock. The focus is going to be on the authority. Be mindful about this hour at 1 o'clock there, because that authority is squaring the moon, is squaring Neptune, it is squaring the ascendant of the rising energies. Those energies, oh, I don't like them. I'm taking the authority of my own energies. I can put things within my own hands. I can be my own. I can be I. Okay, we heard the I without visions and without internal emotions, and I without the proper understanding leads to unhealed personality. So the ascendant that it's in Virgos actually says like, well, you don't see this, but what you need to see is look inside of you. You can heal your communications, you can heal yourself, your relationship with the universe, and you can transform and change yourself instead of being with this I, and nothing go right. So this is going to be one of these moments that for some of you, some of the people that is going to be dealing with. But if you're someone who has too much authority and you have communications around this and so on, please just let the authority deal with themselves. Okay, don't engage. So at 2 o'clock midheaven is going to be at Cancer at 5 degrees, and the ascendant is going to be moving into Libra. Those are very powerful energies that later on you're going to be dealing with, talking about balance, balancing within. We were talking about those energies for quite a few days. They're very beautiful there. Later on, they're going to be also very beautiful in the afternoon. And then it's at 4 degrees. You see this balance rising up on the horizon. That is the divine energies between Jupiter, North Node, and Saturn. And Saturn is connecting with Venus. What else can I say? This is the divine energies. You can't. They're all interconnected within. They begin from Venus, going into learning, which is Saturn. Saturn says, like here, I'll show you the balance, how to do it. And from the balance, you learn how to do it. And then you're achieving your destiny. Then the destiny comes in, is like, okay, here is the growth that I'm going to give it to you because it's together with Jupiter. It goes down to the ascendant, gives you the visions, how to achieve it. It goes back and is like, you know what, Saturn, I know what you need to learn. What else can you give me? And Saturn says, like, what I'm giving you is love. And go back into Venus. That's how the energies flow. The question is are you going to flow with these energies? Because the ascendant, it is opposing the moon and Neptune at this time. Okay, but everything else is just beautiful. So it's all up to you what you see, what you put your intentions and your focus there. So at 3 o'clock p.m. Midheaven, it goes into a sextile with Uranus in there. This is going to be like the main aspect, but it's going to be very close with Lilith in there. That is going to be the inner work within the family. You're going to clean up things in the family, understandings about the family, the situations, and so on within this. Ascendant, it's still at Libra at 16 degrees. That is going to be trining the sun. It's going to be like, hey, authority, balance yourself, contain yourself, chill out, relax. Don't be so much pressure. Is there is really a pressure, or it's just a pressure within you that you don't know what to do? You don't know what to do? Chill. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You guys know what I'm talking about. Go watch it on YouTube. And but talking about later on at 4 o'clock, that calm down. If it comes in, is good. If it doesn't come down, it's gonna be come up. So midheaven, it's gonna be together with Venus. Those energies, intensity that there was at the beginning, now you're dealing with this. Midheaven, it's at 3 degrees of Leo. The Venus is at 5 degrees of Leo. Those are double divine energies with Saturn. Um, Venus, midheaven, they are squaring the ascendant, the energies that comes in. That is it about if you don't see the divine love, if you don't see the emotions, if you don't see the right visions, you're not doing the right transformations, you don't see these divine wings. Maybe the divine is going to cause in, it's going to knock on your head, and it's like, hey, dummy, you see this? That's what I have for you. And it's like, no, I don't want this. I want this. And the universe is like, well, what am I supposed to do? You don't see that what I gave you is better than what you're looking for. But that's your choice. So talking about all this energies in there, it could be intensive, but there is a divine energies yard that it's mated between Mercury, the moon, and Neptune. Talking about this divine communications and the emotions. And they're telling you here, the friendshipness with the divine is going to help you. This is going to be what this new cycle pretty much could be from within yourself. For some of you, that's going to be you to begin more within yourself. Later on, you're going to be dealing with those energies. But the intensity of this is going to be all this squaring with the North Node, Jupiter. I mean, people who doesn't see what divine has for them, they will not catch up their destiny without the divine. Because people say, "Oh, I'm making my own destiny. I'm the creator. I'm this. I'm that, and so on." So you're trying to be a god. The difference is to understand that when you're doing this, you're on your own. And if you screws up, it's not. But when you're walking with the divine, divine's giving you everything that you need, and you're not alone. So there's gonna be a lot of divine learning. All right. So later on at 5 o'clock, going into the shadow is the rising energies. You're gonna find out that you have to get into the shadow, like it or not. What is the shadows about it? You need to learn what the hidden agendas is, what the situations is, what you're hiding in the shadow, what it's lurking within there, within the underworld. Because whatever it's lurking in the underworld, it is opposing your destiny and your growth. But also, it puts pressure over your masculine and your feminine energies there. Midheaven, it's at 18 degrees of Leo. Mars is at 12 degrees in there, and they're both squaring the ascendant Jupiter and the North Node. This is the things that you are gonna have to go and deal with these energies later on. But all you see is rising up. So at 6 o'clock, midheaven goes into a Virgo. That's the 4 degrees of Virgo. There is a divine energies with the moon. There is a very beautiful trines with Jupiter and the North Node. And Jupiter, the North Node, are sextiling with Saturn. The energy flow goes to the teacher, and the teacher teaching you divine love. But who is teaching? Who is learning? The feminine energies. Who gets the benefits? The divine energies. And the divine energies accept this, and they go back in there and like give me more. So some of you may be gonna feel like a hunger for more energies, for more informations, for more new things that comes in. Since the ascendant is rising, ascendant is at 22 degrees of Scorpio, there is going to be a divine energies with the sun, means the authority. Now the authority is going to get the glimpses. It's like, so it's all about divine purpose. Now I have to work within me. Now I have to get in all this energy. I don't have to find these visions. I didn't see the divine plan. Maybe I will have to look and see this divine plan within me because I don't know what to do. I don't know what else to do. And the ascendant is a beautiful trines with Neptune, but at the same time, it is with trines with Lilith. So careful, what energies are you seeing there? So at 7 p.m. Midheaven is going to be at 20 degrees of Virgo. That's going to put the pressures over at the authority. That's going to be the positions with Neptune in there, unhealed on situations, pushing buttons over the authority. Okay, so be mindful what authority you have within you. Okay, and what are you using it down for? Ascendant is at 3 degrees of Sag. There is oppositions with Mercury. Be mindful about those because communications about this maybe is going to be intense. But the ascendant, the rising energies, they tell you, listen, you're good within your love. Listen, you're in divine energies with your growth and within your destiny because there is a divine energies from the ascendant towards Jupiter and there is a beautiful trine towards the moon and Neptune, and there is a beautiful sextile within Pluto. So basically, the energies is gonna comes in. That's gonna happen. Probably we're talking about midnight. You're gonna be maybe sleep. You're gonna find this dreams or messages or something is gonna happen during midnight, 1 o'clock there. That is gonna be revealed to you because this is the house of expressions. So at 8 o'clock, balance, those are the energies that you saw earlier. That was the energies within Libra. There is this divine energies there. It's there. Midheaven at 6 degrees, it is in divine energies with Jupiter, the North Node, and Saturn. Saturn is with divine energies with Venus. You're getting that love. You're understanding that love. You're going within. But if you want your visions to happen, you have this direct confrontations with Neptune and the moon. You're like, well, I saw this, but it doesn't happen. I saw these visions, but they're not coming. Do you see the divine energies that tells you what's coming and what do you need to do to fix all this within yourself? Midheaven becomes this balance inside of it at this time because ease with beautiful trines with Pluto, is a beautiful sextile with Venus. Okay? At the same time, the ascendant is a trines with Mars. Mars begins to trining the moon. So now the moon, the emotions of this new cycle is benefit for both Venus and Mars. They both begins to see the same picture, the same visions, the same situations, which is brings that balance that it's working out at midheaven. So during this time at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., this is going to be pretty much good because after 10 p.m., we are going to be going and clean up. What are we going to clean up? The things underneath the rock, the things that we didn't said, the things that we didn't spoke, the things that we don't want to talk, the things that we don't want to touch from within us. Scorpio work. This is why the people who are Scorpio are natural investigators. Okay? All right. So later on at 9 o'clock, midheaven is going to be at Libra, 22 degrees, divine energies with you, the universe, with Uranus. That's going to be squaring Lilith and squaring Pluto in there. It's like, don't allow this shadow to transform you, but transform yourself within. Also, the midheaven is going to be a beautiful trines with the sun. We're talking about this beautiful authority. Is that the authority is finally like, okay, I know what you need to do to have the balance and the things within me. Okay, I know what I need to do. I'm getting it. I have to stay put. The ascendant is at 29 degrees of Sag, and there is a beautiful, beautiful divine message that's coming in within you. For some of it, there's going to be probably a divine message at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 when you wake up and there's a voice talking to you. Some of it, that's what is going to be. This divine energy is there. Well, that's better. My throat is drying when I talk too much. All right. So, talking about this energy of 10 o'clock going into the shadow. Going into the shadow, but the rising energies of the Mars has the divine energies with the ascendant, and the ascendant it's working with what? The North Node, Jupiter, and Uranus. So you're going to be digging it as a masculine energies within the shadow. But the same thing is going to be happen with Venus as well. And all this, it is about not to stand against your destiny because midheaven there is at 8 degrees of Scorpio. It is opposing Jupiter and the North Node. But it gives these divine energies through the moon. And now the moon is supporting Venus and Mars. This is like the mother gives its blessings to the couple, but tells them before you get couple, clean up your stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. Before you get married, fix your things. Don't repeat the situations. Don't repeat the same cycles that we did. Don't repeat the same mistakes as we did. Guidance. Your intuition is going to be guiding it from within you that is going to be. And this is going to be this beautiful new beginnings for some of you. So at 11 o'clock p.m., midheaven is going to be at 23 degrees of Scorpio. Some of you clean up some of the dirt underneath the rock. But of that rock, who's getting the benefit? Who is responsible for that? Your authority. There's going to be a divine energies within midheaven with the sun. So in the end of the day, by you listen to your emotions, you listen to the energies, you listen to the things, you took the authority of the intuition within yourself instead of putting your foot into the situations. Now you actually learn the things inside of you. You clean up the mess. But you understand there is going to be some more mess to be cleaned. And that midheaven is going to be opposing Uranus and the Mercury. Careful with communications right now, especially that Mercury walks into Gemini, friendshipness. Be careful how you talk with friends, what you do with friends, and so on. Because what you get, what you know, and what it is are three different things. It is what it is. For some, that could be ending of a relationship. For some of you, that's going to be finding the shadow within the friendshipness that you can find things in there. But you don't have to worry about it. Let the let these things to be taken care of by the divine. And that's what Saturn tells you to Venus, to that love. At this time, Ascendant and Pluto are coming together. And on the horizon, it's coming that Pluto is already moved in to go back into Capricorn. 29 degrees, 59 minutes. You're not going to like that. Just tell you now. This is like you're progressing on something, and now all that progress, and all of a sudden you're going back. Boo. You're not going to like it. But you just do a review. You actually don't go back. You're moving forward. But illusion with your mind that you're going back. You only have to do the evaluations of the things inside. So that is going to be the astro-gravitational report. If you guys have so many questions, anything, let me know. Let's discuss. If not discussions, then let's share the love and the light in there. And hopefully these reports helps you more in your life. Hopefully this is energies that are helping you within yourself and you using it for proper things. Alright guys, that's all I have. Love you, and later on we are going to be talking about the benefits of things and when you healed within yourself as a twin flame in the main channel, how you feel within you. Alright guys, thank you Grande. Here's some love here. Alright guys, and remember, love you. Love you. Okay?